Hey guys, once again, it's that time again for Fallout 4 Survival Time. With the Exile. Time. Anyway, this is the last episode that I recorded in my batch of 3, like 2 weeks ago, or whenever it was. So, gauging on how well this does, it's going to decide whether we continue or not. So, if the series just sort of stops short, that's why. But of course, I will update you on these sort of things in my continuing weekly vlog, which I will be continuing. Hence the qualifier continuing. There you go. Survival time. So Francis is just scouring these ruins for anything he might have missed. Don't mind him. He's just being thorough and utterly boring. We're about to come up on some excitement, hopefully, in the next minute or so. So, back on the subject of whether the series continues or not, I like this concept that I was trying. Like I mentioned in the first episode, the fact that I've already played this and recorded it, and I'm recording my voiceover, after the fact, and it can potentially end up being a classy Let's Play, if you will. And those of you who like it seem to really, really like it, and that's really cool. But yeah, I am also contemplating, if we continue with this into episode 4 and beyond, maybe moving back to a more standard structure like you're used to with the Raider King and the Mechanic and whatnot. I just sort of think that, well, that seems to have the bigger appeal, but, we'll see how we go. I'll see what your thoughts are. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, and that can kind of go both ways. So we're actually having a sleep here in the morning, which is pretty wild. I think that's just because I was, I didn't catch up on the sleep, and it was weighing down on me. As you can see, it took quite a few naps there to actually get rid of my sleep or lack of sleep debuff. And that's probably just because I'd been sleeping on dirty mattresses and whatnot, which of course you can only sleep on for 5 hours at a time, and it doesn't really rest you up. So it was just sleeping as a matter of, out of necessity so that we could save and have a checkpoint, and it wasn't really doing anything for our health. So, I found a bed. I thought, first thing he's probably going to want to do, he's exhausted out the wazoo, he's probably going to have a sleep. So that's what we're doing there. We've come across, what do they call this? Sunshine Tidings Co-op or something like that. If I remember correctly, last time I came digging around through this area, it's an ex-hippie commune. And just like the hippies, they can't leave well enough alone and live their depraved, filthy lifestyle in peace. They have to go and corrupt robots and make them groovy. Of course, there are more than a few dangers in this area as well. Rad roaches aside, there's a couple of feral ghouls hanging out in these houses. It's just occurred to me, I wonder if they were actually the residents of this ramshackle little settlement. They might have been, but I never actually thought of that before. And more to the point, what's with the ghouls and their lounging around sort of behavior? Do they just sort of like hibernate for forever and wait for something to wander on by? That's kind of creepy, guys. It's kind of creepy. Anyway, we're just cooking up some grub, as they say. Why did I say it like that? I hate that term. We are preparing food, and just listen for the sound of cooking here. Oh yeah, that's what food sounds like. That's good eating. Hopefully we're going to be able to use this stuff in the future to keep ourselves satiated and healthy. We're also going to level up a little bit here. I believe last time we took Rifleman, or whatever the perk is called, basically gives more damage to non-automatic rifles. We're also going to take a spot of Sneak, because I feel like that's sort of been our downfall so far. We've tried to go in and sneak and take some guys out with our sniper rifle, and we end up getting spotted. And how ironic is this, that as soon as we open the door, we get spotted, even though we just took Sneak as a perk. But whatever. This guy's not too hard to take out, luckily, but we are beginning to run low on fusion cells. Basically the ammo for our laser sniper rifle. So I've gotten a couple of really good mod suggestions in the most recent Fallout 4 videos. One in particular I really wanted to try out. It was a radar overhaul or something like that. Basically it redid all the radar armor to look really, really cool. And like it looks like it was made out of street signs and that sort of stuff. I was totally all in. But unfortunately, just so you guys know, when you're in the survival mode beta, which anyone can opt into through Steam, it disables the majority of mods. There are a couple things. I think anything that just like replaces models or textures or anything like that is fine, but anything that actually, you know, qualifies as a more in-depth mod, I guess, hope you know what I mean here, is disabled when you got survival mode all up in here. And I imagine that's so that Bethesda can get a more, I suppose, accurate and vanilla view on how survival mode works for people, for the general public, which makes total sense. The only issue for me then is, of course, I can't use mods, certainly with no reliability. And I actually tried to roll back to the regular version. I thought, all right, well, you know, I'll try out the mods. If they're good enough, then I'll just stop playing survival and I'll go back to the regular current version of Fallout 4. Well, then the problem with that is it actually disables all of my saves, so I'd have to start a whole new character from scratch, which is kind of awkward and kind of shitty. So yeah, and I mean, and I'm talking about even the characters that aren't using survival mode. Just the fact that I've saved with the survival mode beta, you know, installed, it means they're stuck like that. Those saves are stuck. So, you know, we just, the only direction we can go is forward. So we're stuck with the survival mode beta for now, and we can't use mods at all. So there you go. Just so you guys know, that's why I'm not using mods. So even if you look, whenever I get a mod suggestion, I'll be honest, like 50% of the time, I'm like, yeah, that doesn't really interest me. But I'm certainly still appreciative of the suggestions all the same. But you know, even if I really want to try a mod out, that's why I'm not doing it at the moment. So just so you guys know. All right, so we've come across a little shack here, and I think, you know, great, cool, something to explore, maybe some ammo, some general sort of loot. But it's actually, I think it belongs to raiders, or raiders are hanging out nearby, as you can see. So we kind of get cornered here in a really awkward situation of not being able to step out of the shack, or not feeling like I'm able to step out of the shack. And just waiting for the raiders to come and get me so that I can hopefully ambush them. While they're hiding amongst the trees, so I can't get a clear shot, and I'm running low on ammo. So it's not a good place to be. Plus I'm starting to not do... Oh shit, just wasted so much ammo there. I'm starting to not be able to do as much damage as I would like with this laser sniper rifle, and it's really vexing me. I mean, on a scale of 1 to vexed, I'm probably about a 12, which is saying something. Alright, so skipping ahead a little bit here, and we've got some sort of church that is, well, look, it's very ominous. There's a Brahmin out front, so it suggests that, you know, this is a lived-in area, though it doesn't look like it. Well, there's a few Brahmin. So, what's the story here? Is it, you know, if someone's using this area, this is a proper settlement, and they're just out right now, or they've been slaughtered, or it's an ambush, or what? I do remember coming across this area previously, but I don't actually remember what was in it. The Lonely Chapel. So we've got some military types in here and some civilians. So it looks like it might have been used as maybe an emergency fallout shelter. And then we come across the trapdoor. Here we go. So we will be, just checking out the area, making sure there's no impending ambush or anything like that. And we're going to be heading down to check out what's underneath. So this is Fallout 4's version of the sewer system, I guess, that doesn't interconnect like it did in Fallout 3. I'm not sure how I feel about it, actually. It seems a little bit odd, like to expect all the underground sort of sewer under house areas in the Commonwealth to look the same, but I don't know, maybe I'm just smoking something and maybe that's perfectly reasonable. I don't think there's actually like a proper sewer system under the city, at least not that I've seen. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you know one way or the other. But my initial thought is perhaps no. So we have heard a couple of perhaps foreboding sounds here. It sounds like there might be raiders hanging around. Francis is just going to check it out, scope the area. His business is reconnaissance and whatnot, so he's got to at least try to be thorough. And, just figure out what he's up against. But ultimately, I don't think we're going to be taking the risk here because, it's survival. Everyone's a glass cannon. Yourself and the enemies included, so we know there's a turret. That alone could cause some trouble. Even though we might have been able to take it out. We haven't got a lot of ammo left, so we need to take that into consideration as well. And our sidearm isn't that powerful. So we're going to skedaddle. On the subject of being thorough, that's a pretty fun word. I like when people pronounce it thorough. Thorough. Is that more an American thing? I'm not really sure, but I like it. Like, I like it, but I don't. Like, I would never want to pronounce it that way. But I like hearing other people say it. Is that weird, guys? I don't know. So here's some sort of settlement here. I do remember thinking, oh, cool, civilization at first. But, upon further inspection, it does look like a dangerous area. I think that is some sort of raider settlement. If memory serves, I have come across it before and cleared it out, of course, with a non-survival character. Then again, it could have been just a similar looking place. But still, I don't want to mess with it, so we're going to keep heading south here. Francis, of course, takes a moment to just scout the area, because with bodies of water come Mirelurks. And there's one right there. That's absolutely something we don't want to tangle with, especially with the fact that our primary weapon is a sniper rifle that doesn't seem to be doing as much damage as we would like at the moment and is running out of ammo. Have I brought up the fact that we're running out of ammo enough yet? Nice. Because I feel like I've said it like 5 or 6 times. Has it gotten to the point where it's annoying? Hey guys, we're running out of ammo. Of course, Francis using his just expert, like reconnaissance, black ops skills, he managed to pick that safe from the rear, from the back, and then open it and pull out all its contents. See what was inside it, and then pull out all its contents, while actually not relocating to the front of the safe at any point. So, clearly he's just a master of thievery. I like this concept here of actually scouting out the area using a scope. This appeals to me greatly. I feel like maybe I went a little bit overboard with it, because I knew I was going to be turning this into, what you're watching. I might have gone overboard a little bit here and there with the pretending to be, human. Like, how do I put this? I don't want to necessarily say I was role-playing it, like I was, but, like, role-playing without dialogue, It's a little bit weird. It was like just role-play in action. Well, we've come across a shack here. This is interesting. I feel like I've come through here before, but I've never entered the shack. So, of course, we have a look inside while sneaking. Oh, shit. What's this? Flammable stuff out the wazoo. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know what this is about. I should probably look it up. This is probably something I should do. Due diligence and research and all that. I'm not sure if someone is meant to work here or... Sorry, work here. Live here. But it's a pretty cool little hideout. I mean, if you ignore the fact that it sticks out like a sore thumb and any raiders wanting to, you know, do their thing, probably got to go, hey, see that shack up on the mountain in plain view? Let's go raid that, you know. But it does have a toilet. It's got plumbing and it's got a fridge. I mean, come on, guys. This is better than what most uni students get. So, you know, Francis just takes a load off. It's probably like the first time he's seen an indoor chair in like forever. Well, since he was with the Brotherhood. But it's about time that we suck down a whole bottle of whiskey, because Francis doesn't mince his words. He doesn't mess around. He wants whiskey. He just downs the whole bottle. That's what he's about. I mean, he will be mincing his words now, but well, you know what I mean. So we've whiled away a couple of hours on this chair. What were we doing there? Look, I don't want to speculate. I'll let you guys use your imagination. Lonely guy, bit of privacy, couple of hours in a comfy chair, a whole bottle of whiskey inside him. Clearly he was singing show tunes. So now we're going to head out and see what's what. I mean, we don't want to go too far because, well, look, we may as well play with the explosives. So clearly this is some sort of rudimentary, like, cannon catapults. Well, no, it's like a rudimentary cannon, but it's so inaccurate. I mean, what good's it gonna be? And it's only in one direction. So I kind of feel like, is that for like entertainment more than defense? But whatever. Anyway, let's head out. And like, we don't want to go too far. We just want to like check out the area and make sure it's safe, I guess, and see if there's anything to scavenge in the immediate vicinity, because it's just like, it's the perfect place to stay the night. So this is definitely where we're going to be camping for the evening rather, not evening. We don't need to enunciate every little syllable in that word, or really most words. So there's some shit going down. There's like raiders and something. There are dogs, which is like, that's it. He doesn't want to deal with that at all. Certainly some interesting ruins though. I know I've seen this area, but I'm not sure if I've actually gone through the ruins. I guess we'll have to find out next episode, but it's definitely not something Francis wants to deal with at the present juncture. I mean, they haven't spotted him, they're not coming after him. He can perhaps get some shut-eye in that shack for the night. So we'll give the place a quick once-over. Maybe use the facilities, you know, while we're being civilized. And it's probably a good idea to replace these, like, gas canisters? Is that what they are? Whatever they are. Because in case he needs to make a quick getaway, because the actual owner of this fine establishment shows up, and he has to make a stealthy getaway, it's probably for the best that he leaves it more or less in the state in which he found it. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to gently caress that like button. It needs love, like everything does. Taste the game, be excellent to each other, and I'll see you next time. Roleplay Gamer, out.